Welcome back, y'all. This week, my buddy Kurt reached out to me asking me whether I wanted to take some headshot photos for his real estate signs. And even though I'm a wedding photographer and this is kind of out of my scope, I figured, hey, why not give it a shot? I have most of the gear and I wanted to share in this video how that went. So let's go. So for this photo session, I decided to use my video lights. I currently don't own any strobes because I'm not a portrait photographer per se. I don't own a studio. A lot of the footage that I capture is done with the onboard flash, and I own these lights strictly because I needed it for my YouTube channel. So I had bought them some time ago, and they serve their purpose, but definitely they're not really optimal for video, but they work. So, and again, this was more than anything a fun experiment, I guess you could say, with not so much expectations. Kurt is pretty chill about it. He just needed some photos as quickly as possible for a listing that he has coming up, but he'll definitely be doing more portrait photos for his business down the road. But he asked me to do him a favor, and he knew the circumstances, and he was cool with it. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to set up these lights in terms of the distance. Mind you, I had recommended that he comes over closest to noon, because I figured this is when we would have the best natural light coming through the patio door, and I figured I would compensate with these lights, and it worked, but it took I really had to squeeze them together really to get as much light as I could on his face, because the light that's coming through the window was creating a bit of a shadow on his left side. Then I realized, I don't have my flash on my camera, so I did put it on there, and the exposure got better. Now I'm showing him what those photos look like, and he showed me exactly what he was hoping for. The company that he works with, which I won't mention the name, gave him a template, a specific pose that they like. They have a bit of a distinct sign shape. It's more like a diamond shape, so they want these side sort of on an angle photos, as you can see in the video here. So but he also wanted some frontal pictures, potentially down the road, and he's currently building a website as well, so he wanted a variety of poses, which we did. So now we're going to be doing a change of outfit. So now he's switching to his black tie. He had brought 2 suits and I believe a couple of different shirts and different tie. He wanted a combination of colors, and so now we're going to switch to the black tie, kind of give him a different attire. But before we did that, I suggested to take a photo on a stool, on a bar stool. I think those pictures look really cool when models do them in a studio. So we took a couple of few just to see how those would turn out. I did feel bad after our session because I kept blinding him. My Godox V863 is a beast. It really blinds you. I noticed that past weddings were my subject. I kept getting a lot of picture with people with eyes closed, because I have a habit of taking 5 to 10 photos for one pose, just so that I can make sure I capture the right the right picture or the right focus. But after a while, when you're on the receiving end, it becomes a bit much. But it was cool. So now he switched to his black tie and gray suit, and now we're more or less gonna do the official poses that he needs. One of the things I had forgotten, because I stopped doing YouTube videos during the evenings and I switched to more of a daytime shoots. I just felt that it created a better image. But one of the things that I not struggle with, but rather I didn't like so much about these lights, it's because they're using these massive, I guess you could say, halogen lights, so they produce a lot of heat. And on the inside of those soft boxes, there is an aluminum coating which reflects that light, and it can make anybody sitting under that light sweat a little bit. It can get hot a little bit. So note to self for future reference. So now he is officially switching to his blue suit, blue tie outfit. How's your photography session going so far?
Enjoying it. First time, you know? Loving it.
Hey, you feel like a runway model yet?
Getting there. We need a couple more sessions, I think. But, we're getting there.
He looked really good in that navy blue suit. The gray looked good with the pink tie, but I think he looked really the best in that blue suit. And it's his company official colors as well, so I think it will go really well with their sign. But I just thought that this suit looked really great. Mind you, the suit that he brought are really expensive custom-made and tailored suit, so they also fit him perfectly as well. So good for him. There you go, I'm blinding him again. He's letting me know, but we had to keep it going. But bit of a fun pose. So I grabbed the chair, which oddly enough matched his suit. So I have this velour blue chair with some gold feet, and I grabbed the plant in the background and put it there. We took a cool picture of him sitting down, and you'll get an opportunity to see the photos now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I think I learned a thing or two, doing headshot or portrait photography. I use, some of the techniques that I learned from doing weddings. It's definitely harder than I anticipated. Also working with, the wrong equipment didn't help either. As you saw, I'm using video lights in order to get correct exposure. I think I did a decent job based on the photos that I've captured, but I think having strobe lights and appropriate gear does go a long way. I was able to make quality images in post-processing, but other than that, it takes a little bit of expertise to get the perfect headshots. And again, my friend who stood in for this portrait session He had no real expectation. He just wanted decent photos for his real estate business and signs, and you know, it was not a paid gig, so he didn't care too much about how the photos turned out, and I did tell him that if the photos that we get today are not up to his standard, we can redo this in a few weeks once I'm able to acquire the right gear. And he was cool with it. Again, this is a friend that I've known for a long time. But after we've looked at the images in Lightroom and did a little bit of post-processing, he was really happy with what they look like. So I think it really went well. But it's definitely a harder job and photography style than I anticipated. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Cleaned everything up, and now we're back to chilling. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.